boys and girls, it's Miss Lisa, the art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. Today we are going to be working with a color. One color, which I think is a good choice for the month, being it's St. Patrick's Day this month. So what color you think we're going to be working with? Well, if you said green, you're right. We're going to be working with green paint today. And we're also going to use white because we're going to learn how to mix the colors to create tints. Tints, those are different values of green. So all we're going to need is a paper plate or something to put our paint on. Green tempera, washable tempera paint, remember that washable word, and white tempera paint, which you probably can't see on my plate because it's white. And of course, a sheet of paper, white paper preferably, but if you only have colored paper, that's okay. A paintbrush and a cup of water, just to wake the brush up, squish it on the side, and dip it in the paint. We're going to start with the solid green paint, and I'm going to start painting my paper. And as I'm painting, I'm going to start mixing in some white. So if you guys are ready to get started, how about you come on down to my table, come on down, and we'll start painting. Yay! Okay guys, here's my paper and here's my paint. If you don't want to use a paintbrush, guess what? You can use your fingertips. They work just as well, and that's called finger painting. But I'm going to use my paintbrush because I prefer a paintbrush. And I'm just going to dip my brush in this green paint and I'm going to glide it along my paper. Just like this, back and forth. The paintbrush lays down on the paper and I brush back and forth. This is a solid green color. Now I want to add a little tint to it, so I'm just dipping my paintbrush, just dipping into my white paint. And I'm going to brush a little bit over the green that I just created. If you guys hear any scratching noise, that's my dog trying to get in. Just dipping my brush into the white and going over my green. Wow, I've already created a tint. Can you see the difference in the darker green and the lighter green? I'm going to go back over my green area so maybe you could see it a little bit better. Ooh, look at that difference. Now you can really see the difference in the dark green and the light green. So let's fill up this paper with some color green and some tints of green, because this is only step one to what we're working on. We're working on something that's going to work our motor skills. We're going to create a beautiful piece of art. But first we have to get our palette of green ready and and dried. So let's enjoy painting today and creating tomorrow. How does that sound? Look at this. Just dabbing some white in here, creating different tints of green right over the green. I'm going to put a little more water on so it goes a little bit better into the green. Take your time. Look at the darks and the lights, how beautiful everything looks together. Paint your brush in different directions. The more different directions, the more interesting your composition. Look how beautiful. I got some light green, some dark green, some medium tones of green. Loving it, loving it. I hope you're loving the creation of color as much as Miss Lisa does, because Miss Lisa loves color. And you know what? Green is really one of my favorite colors too. I just love the richness of green. I don't know why. Don't know, but I'm not fighting it. I love the green. Here's some darkers here. Refill your plate if you need to. But we're enjoying this part. Fill in the white areas if you want to. Don't have to. Only if you want to. Mixing my whites in there. Always dabbing a little bit into the water so it spreads a little easier. Come in from the outside, the outsides of your paper in. Create all those different tones. Really nice. Really nice. Look at this. Beautiful work, right? Okay. Now, hold on. I'm going to bring you up, but I don't want to get paint on me. All right. This is the first step to our creation of something better to come. So today, we're going to let this dry. If you have time today, you could come back and start working on the next stage of this project. But if you don't have time, then we'll continue it on next week. But right now, I'm going to let mine dry. So I'm going to put it aside, and I'll continue this video as soon as my paper's dry, okay? All right, I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the painting. Paint, 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 paint. Tints. We mix green with white. Tints. See you in a little bit. Bye.